Hello all. I was reticent to watch this episode of Doctor Who, episode 6 Rogue. Not just because how bad this show is, but because I knew this was going to be a tricky review after seeing the previews. It was obvious the direction they were going in, so now I feel like the sword of Damocles is hanging over my head. This episode was stunning and brave, having intersectional armour all over it, and I'm sure any hint of criticism will be leapt upon with accusations of being an istophobe. I mean, it's already happened in another review, so let's just crack on. As if we didn't already know before this season started, this is the third regeneration in a row where the Doctor is gay. And they dive in with both feet, turning the camp up to 11, with the Doctor being on heat. I'll address all that after the review, but it won't be the way you expect. The basic plot is a group of aliens have arrived in 1813 and are hiding at a society ball with plans to wreak havoc on anyone who doesn't look British. Yep, they say that because you have to get that in there. Once again, it's derivative. But instead of just external influences, this is also a mixture of a couple of previous episodes, but lacking what made them special. We have a Captain Jack replacement, and whilst not a patch on John Barrowman, he's quite a cool character. Oddly, the second in a row who feels more like the Doctor than the Doctor. The setup is a Bridgerton skit with the same level of unrealistic colourblind casting. It's a throwaway episode again, we learn nothing, there's no development, and nothing makes it count. It's fine to have those, but it's pretty much all we're getting, and as before, they're not even good ones. It also tries to tug at the heartstrings, but feels empty because they haven't done the work. There's arachnids in the UK level of morality again, and, as is standard now, you guessed it, the Doctor cries again. Twice in fact. On to spoilers. They do the Ruby is dead trick again, the Doctor is standing in the wrong place again, and in a scene I'm guessing is supposed to evoke earlier iterations, we get the I'm the Doctor speech, but he calls himself a Lord of Time, which just minimises the entire thing, it just has less impact. It's weird. Certainly compared to...
I'm the Doctor. I'm a Time Lord. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Kasterborous. I'm 903 years old, and I'm the man who's going to save your lives and all 6 billion people on the planet below.
On that morality, the fake Captain Jack, Rogue, is a bounty hunter who kills his captives. The Doctor isn't that bothered really, because he fancies him. Who cares how many people he's killed? He's hot. And admittedly, he is. So the Doctor converts the device that teleports people into an incinerator, into a device that will teleport them to a barren planet in another dimension. That's far more humane to let them die slowly suffering. Conjures up memories of spiders trapped in a vault. It's not a better choice, illustrated later by the Doctor being happy they're going to suffer following the obvious Ruby death fake-out. Let's for a second move past the MacGuffin of this device being a teleporter that takes a very long time to work instead of just a weapon. How is that a better choice? At the end they trap the creatures, and Ruby, who apparently beat one of them in a fight and is pretending to be one. I mean, have they forgotten that there's a mystery surrounding Ruby? How much better would it have been if the transfer of appearance had backfired? No necessary explanation, but it feeds into the mystery. Anyway, this trap means you can't move, it's the one the Doctor stepped in. Yet somehow fake Captain Jack just pushes Ruby out of it. Just because, I guess? He then sends himself and the aliens to that barren dimension. And this is supposed to be moving. The Doctor blubs again anyway. I'm going to draw a specific comparison now between this and Girl in the Fireplace. Unfair, I know, because that is a superb episode and this is meh. Both have the Doctor connecting with someone new and losing them. The difference here is it's entirely physical. The Doctor is aggressively flirting like a dog on heat, and that's a bit creepy at times.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Take a look and you'll see into your imagination.
Sure, tell me that's not creepy. There's nothing profound about it. They just fancy each other. It's a hookup, nothing more. So the Doctor's reaction when he goes is over the top, and nothing compared to the Doctor's reaction when Rogue nonsensically goes down on one knee. It isn't earned, and that's a phrase I use a lot with this show. Girl in a Fireplace had a similar idea, but the connection feels deeper and more earnest. There's a bond between them that grows, so when the inevitable happens we get a beautiful and heartbreaking scene with the Doctor reacting stoically, but you can still see him break without the comedic overreaction. One is earned, the other isn't. One has meaning, the other hollow. Now onto the hot potato, the gay doctor. I say it that way because there's a distinct difference between a gay character and a character who is gay. In one, it's the defining characteristic, it's all they are. In the other, it's just an aspect of who they are. I know a lot of people dislike the humanising of the Doctor. After all,
he's the Doctor. He doesn't go around falling in love with people. And if you think he's anything that small or that ordinary, then you haven't the first idea of what you're dealing with.
and didn't like his relationship with Rose. No, the real one. But again, that was a deeper bond, and it grew over time. However, they established in one particular episode, and with the so-called progressive move of making the Doctor a woman, that
we're billions of years beyond your petty human obsession with gender and its associated stereotypes.
so the Doctor can't be straight. It wouldn't work in a society of that nature. And we know he's part of that society because he had kids. So equally, he can't be gay. It doesn't make sense within the show's own rules. Even in Chibber's run, despite being an obvious move, it felt more genuine and not gender specific. You may say, yeah, but did you have a problem with Rose? And I'd simply reply that those new rules weren't in place then. Plus, in the Doctor Dances, it's established that he isn't straight as we know it either. Personally, I was fine with the idea of the Doctor being more pansexual, but I guess the showrunners weren't. But hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just pointing out the inconsistencies. That's the problem with all this ideology. As I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again, it's contradictory and hypocritical. Basically, everything remotely good about this episode is taken from far better ones and done poorly. And even that is drowned in ideology. It's just a meh episode, similar to the last one. So the march of right-think indoctrination continues and the agenda marches on.
And if you think he's anything that small or that ordinary, then you haven't the first idea of what you're dealing with.
Take a look and you'll see into your imagination.
I'm sure there must be people out there who feel seen by this. However, given the dwindling ratings, it's less and less people every week. So what do you think? And please try and be polite. I don't usually block comments, whatever they are, but if you say anything phobic or offensive, I will. If you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for listening, and peace out.